Hello guys, I am Jaikirti and I am here to explain related to the cookies. And if you know related to the cookies, then drop your comment in the comment box. If you don't know, then I will explain in this session what is meant by cookies. And at the end of this session, you will know what is cookies, why they are matter, and how they work. Let us start. What do you mean by cookie? A small definition. A small text file stored on our computer by website. Means, for example, when you visit a news website and it saves your region to show local news next time. That's done via to the cookies. Content include login information, preference, and the browser history. For example, Netflix remembering your watch history and recommending shows accordingly. When you visit the Netflix after a long period of time, it shows the same data without any changing, and it is this happens with the help of the cookies only. The purpose of this cookies: recognize user and remember the preference for the smoothing browsing. Net means before only I'll give the Netflix example. Means it make the easier for the user for their history. And it is invented in 1994 by Lou Mantoli at Netscape. Okay, we will go to the next slide. And how cookies works? Do anyone know how cookies works? If no, then drop your answer in the comment box. If don't know, then I will explain it. And step 1, website sends cookies to your browser which stores it. For example, Facebook sends a cookie when with your user ID after the login. Means when we visit the Facebook, after the login information, it generates a pop-up message, or it gives a pop-up message to accept the cookies, because it means cookies are used to store data. Cookies are used to store the data where with our login information it stores in the backend, and when we need those information, then it suggests us. In this way, the cookie first step works. In the second step, on our return visit, the browser send the cookie back. For example, on revisiting the Facebook, your browser send the cookie, so you are already logged in. Means when we log out those website, then when we revisit those website, then cookie sent a message that you are already logged in. In this way, this cookie step 2 works. And this in step 3, website uses the cookie data to identify and personalize your experience. For example, Amazon shows your previous orders and recommendation based on the stored cookie. Means this cookie work like your recommendation system. Means it watches each and every step of the user. Means what you are doing, what you are watching, what you like, what you dislike. It stores each and every information of the user. When you need the same or similar things, it gives you the suggestion that you like this, you know this, you watched before. Like this, the cookie work. For example, Amazon remembers your shopping cart using the cookies, right? When we use this websites like Amazon, Meesho, Flipkart, or Myntra, this all the website stores our data, and when we visit those websites, it suggests us that we watched the previous this item, or you like this item, when you will buy, like this. And we will go to the next slide. And this in this slide, there are the types of cookies. First one is first party cookie. And the definition of the first party cookie is the set by the website you directly visit. Means for example, you visit example.com or the any website, and it saves a cookie to remember your language preference. When we visit those websites, it saves each and every data. And and it uses the session management and personalization and the login memory. And for example, online banking site remembers your username securely. Means means it has the protection and authentication also. Okay. And the privacy, less invasive since tied to your direct website experience. For example, a block saving your dark mode preference in the first party cookie. For example, keeping your card item and e-commerce site. Okay. Here is one example in the slide. You can see whether to accept the cookie or to deny the cookie. Okay, we'll go to the next slide. In this cookie, it is the second type of cookie, that is third party cookie. In this third party cookie, it is set by the domain or other than the site you visit. Means related to the domain, the cookie is set. And for example, you visit a news.com, but a cookie from the adapter.com is stored. Okay. The purpose of this cookie is used for the cross-site tracking and targeted advertising. For example, you are searched for the shoes on Amazon and ads for the shoes and follow you across different sites enabled by the third party cookie. And privacy impact explanation, more invasive, they track user across many websites, and privacy tools like uBlock or Firefox blocks this by default to enhance your privacy. For example, ad networks tracking your browsing on many sites. Third party cookie means it is handled by the third person. Means when we are visiting one website, and in that case the third party is involved. Third party means it takes all our data and provides to the different websites, and that website suggests us that you was liking on the Myntra, like this. Okay. The last type of the cookie is session versus the persistent. And the session cookie, it stores the means temporary and deleted when you close your browser. For example, card data during a single visit. Means in session cookies, the data is stored at the short term memory. When we close that website, the data is expired. Okay. And the persistent cookie, it remains on your device until it set the expiry. Social media login, remember for the weeks. Means when we visit Instagram, it does not delete our data because it does not have any expiry date till when we set it. Okay. And for example, Facebook remembers your login for weeks unless you manually log out. Okay. If you have any query related to cookies or the types, you can comment in the comment box. And the next slide is about the managing the cookies. Here are some options how to manage your cookies. Block all the cookies and block all the third party cookies which are involved in your device, and clear existing cookies and trade off. Clearing the cookies improves privacy but needs re-login. Okay. When we delete those cookies, or when we visit those websites which are related to that cookies, then we should have to re-login for those websites. Okay. Cookies and the privacy. The benefits of cookies: enables personalized ads and convenient browsing. For example, YouTube remembers your video history for tailored suggestions. Okay. And concerns: potential tracking and profiling. For example, hide frames building profiles of your interest using the cookies. And transparency, website disclose cookies used in the privacy policies. For example, clicking cookie setting or accepting the cookies banners on new website. Control, user know how have OPT rights thanks to laws like GDPR. For example, European websites ask for your explicit cookie consent before tracking. Okay, and okay, we will go to the next slide. And the next slide is thank you for listening and barriering for me. Okay, thank you so much.